Bushwick Radio, Never Say Never Sundays. You already know what it is. I got special guests in the building. Who that? Oh, shit. Saki.
Word up.
Oh, your girl Sip Saki here. Chilling with the fam.
Word up.
What's up, man? It's Napoleon, the legend.
Light skin Tupac.
Quarantining.
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Yo,
everybody quarantining and chilling.
Yo, this quarantine stuff is crazy right now. I just heard my mechanic is going through some stuff. He in the ICU. I was like, what? This shit is real.
Yo, shit is my friend. A friend of mine died yesterday. Yo, real
sorry,
shit.
bro. Damn.
And his mother died 7 hours before him.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Saeed.
Wow. From COVID-19.
Huh? Yeah. Both had COVID-19. And I didn't even know he was at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's not like me and him talk every day. And then I just seen on Facebook and he's like, he died. Then I hit up somebody that we know mutually and they were like, yeah, he was like, you know, he just didn't have enough oxygen. And yeah, I mean, it's rough, man.
Yeah, my aunt passed last weekend. Not last week, Tuesday.
Of corona?
Yeah. So
damn, man. My condolences, man.
My condolences to you all.
Thank you.
This is terrible. I know two elderly ladies that I grew up around. They just passed in the same building around the corner. My boy, he had 6 people drop in his building. My homegirl, 3 people in her building, and a child and a wife is in the hospital now. Father and the son died. Somebody else in the building, and the mother, the wife, and the child is in the hospital now. It's like it's mind blowing. And then how the Black community, Hispanic community getting hit hard too. And everybody wants to be jumping up talking about Black people don't get it. I'm like, shh. If that is the case.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, and I knew when they were starting with that, oh, have you heard any Black people or Africans get it? I was like, man, don't start that because you're going to be eating your words in a few weeks.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because this is my oxygen right here.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's my oxygen.
Yo, this dude Primetime damn near cursed me out today because I called him on the phone. He's like, "You outside?
Word up, man.
What you doing outside?" Yo, I still be going outside for walks. I'm by myself.
Yeah, you can't be a prisoner to it. You know, I mean, what sucks is that it's a very real thing, and people just what a lot of people are not paying attention to is like, yo, it's mainly those underlying issues. You know what I'm saying? I got asthma. So as soon as they said respiratory system, I was like, I told my boss, like, yo, look, because I work for FedEx. So it's like, I'm going to be up in, I don't know what building, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so I was like, and I was already having, not symptoms, but I had allergies. It was mad pollen going on one week. And then the weather was up and down. So it kind of fucked me up. That fucked up my breathing. So I was like, okay, you know what? I want to make sure what I'm feeling is what I'm feeling because of that, right, and not because of that other shit. So I stayed out for a week and a half. Unfortunate. Well, I need the money, but I'm back at it too. But it's like I'm taking it real serious, man. It ain't a game, man. That's not a game.
I've been going outside. I went to the park and worked out yesterday.
Yo, she famous when she go outside. Everybody know her.
What? Oh, 'cause it's my neighborhood, so they're gonna know me. But I've been outside. I'm gonna go running tomorrow, but I just try to keep my distance away from people because I think the only way, people have underlying issues, but the only way that you're gonna give yourself a fighting chance, in my opinion, based off of the information that's provided, is to try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. And getting, maximizing your lung capacity, your oxygen capacity, getting your lungs functioning and stuff like that, that actually works to your benefit rather than your detriment. Now, if you're in a club dancing with a whole bunch of people, that's a different story. Yeah. For me, I don't know what's really going on. We're told something, but it's like the way this is going down, they're not even 100% clear, or they're vague rather about this whole ordeal. Right. So one minute they told us not to wear masks and kind of made a little joke about it, a little mockery about the fact that people was wearing masks. But now it's important for you to wear a mask. Now you have to wear a mask. And it's like, mother effer, what
Yeah,
a little bit behind the curve over here.
We could curse.
Okay, because people was wearing masks and they were saying I remember them specifically saying you don't have to wear a mask. Now you have to wear a mask. So the information that's being fed to people throughout this whole thing is just, I think that's another thing that's been putting us in a state of, disadvantage here. But working out and eating healthy, I think if anything, I think people should get out of all of this, providing all of us make it, which I'm, putting that intentions out there for us to survive this, is that if this is not a call to health awareness and the fact that people need to take their shit seriously and start doing things to optimize the best health condition they can have, then I don't know what. Because the things that's slaughtering people out here is the secondary health issues that you have.
Right.
So if this don't make you want to eat a damn carrot, then I don't know what would.
Shit, I tell you what, I was just talking to people. I was like, I'm about to do this no meat, nothing. I'm straight up. I don't know, I can't say vegetarian, but I know I'm about to cut out the meat, anything. And then eventually I work on the dairy and all the sugar and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, because what is it? Diabetes, high blood pressure.
That's me.
The asthma. They said something else, and then I just saw something else they were talking about. Yeah, and it's attacking the heart too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Now, you know what's funny is that with all this stuff that's being bombarded in our ears, and we can't even escape it. It's like I be walking outside sometimes and feeling like I'm out of breath, but I don't know if it's mental.
Right.
Because I'm like, every time I walk outside, I feel like I'm about to choke. And I'm like, yo, but I know it's in my head because I'm not sick. But like, yeah, we got to take care of ourselves, man, because, like I said, I go outside for a jog, but like I stay clear from people. I'm not doing anything. Look, I shaved my head because my hair was looking crazy. And people were like, why don't you get a home barber? Ain't nobody coming in my crib.
Yo, bro, hold up.
You're not bringing your COVID-19 in my crib.
Hold up. You just said home barber. Somebody was just online saying they was doing that on a home call shit. This nigga caught it going to somebody's crib.
Right.
And
I heard a barber died doing that.
That's crazy.
Because what they say, what is it called? Like what asymptomatic? They try to say where you're not showing any symptoms and all that.
Some people have it and they're not sick at all, but that they could give it to somebody else. So that's the problem. And the problem out here in America is that they're not testing a lot of people, anyways. So it's like we don't have no idea what the scope of the problem is. Who might have it, who might not. The countries that are doing the best at dealing with that, they're testing millions of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, they're talking about pushing it where they go home to home and test everybody in the house. And if you test positive, they're gonna take you from your home, whether you want to or not, and put you like in a FEMA camp. I don't want that either.
I didn't hear all that.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, the world what they call it, the World Health Organization. Yo, and that's bananas. I got 3. Okay, it's 5 of us and 3 little ones. Man, let somebody try to touch one of my babies. They either gonna kill me.
You wouldn't be able to go.
Yeah.
Until I haven't heard that. I heard people float that. I heard people float that, but I haven't had proof of that. The thing is that.
Oh, there's video.
The thing is, I know some people that got tested, their results, they're still waiting, and it's been over a week because like the labs are bogged down and things like that. The problem with this corona stuff, look, you look at all the countries in Europe, you see the countries that are the most fucked up are the countries that have bad healthcare systems and that inadequate. And this is why America's fucked up, because there's not enough. They can't handle all these people getting sick at the same time. And you look at countries like Germany. Well, I was talking to my man out overseas. They said their soccer teams is gonna start practicing again. That's how relaxed they are, because they have an adequate healthcare system. Over here, we just don't have enough. So when people get sick, now they're fighting over ventilators. People can't breathe. They don't have access to ventilators. They don't have nothing. The problem is there's some people walking around here that got it, and they might be spreading it to other people, not even knowing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, It's a problem. It's a problem. I think what they should have did, what we're doing now is staying at home and doing all this. They should have did that a month ago, and they should have just shut everything down for 3 weeks and then tell us to go. Now they're just trying to like it's about to get disastrous, and they're just about trying to like cover up a disaster and try to do the best they can. They should have gotten ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew it was coming. Trump at the beginning of March was saying it was a hoax. He was saying it's nothing.
And he knew they heard if the initial beginning of hearing about it was November? What was it?
Right. It was end of last year for sure. I remember I heard about it.
Right.
Because they was saying something was going on in China. It was December, November, something like that. They knew it was coming.
Yeah. What I think is the underlying problem too, that it actually highlights, apart from the Black community or the Hispanic community, is the fact that we have a sick population, period. And like you said, due to healthcare, but healthcare, unless if we're talking about preventative measures, that's different than you getting sick as a byproduct of your lifestyle or the lifestyle that's facilitated in our culture, and then you need healthcare to deal with the symptoms or try to keep you sustained until you die, try to make you live a little bit longer, a little bit more comfortably until you die. That's very different than a preventative culture which facilitates and promotes healthy living, that ban things that they know are proven toxins, GMO foods and all of these other things that they put, that they allow here that other countries in Europe and other places ban. We allow chemicals or they allow chemicals in our foods that other countries ban. So that also highlights that, so I understand our healthcare system suck, but we have a culture. That's the problem.
You only put a little bit in it. It won't hurt you. We just put a little bit in the
accumulation, though. The accumulation have you doing all type of stuff. This is why we getting knocked off so easily. Young people.
Look, we got the alcohol Chinese food diet. You know how we do when we go to Bushwick Radio, man.
Oh shit! No more alcohol over here.
Our lifestyle is bugged out too. You know what I'm saying? And we have to address that. You know what I'm saying? So when we do get sick, we're really vulnerable. Some people it passes like a cold, but some people just can't handle it.
Right. With even wilder is what's going on in prisons.
Wow.
I'm like, good.
I ain't heard nothing about no prisons, but
you ain't hear nothing about Rikers. It's going. And Rikers is crazy right now in Rikers.
That's why they're trying to get people out of there.
Yeah,
they coming. Look, people are coming out, and when they come out, there's no money. So what they gonna do? Commit a crime? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro.
I honestly, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist.
Please do. Please be one.
Yeah. But, go say it.
Honestly, for someone who has the ultimate authority, this is the greatest thing ever for them. When you hear about like depopulation and all of that shit, and because come on now, they talk about a virus, they talk about the RFID chip. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point it got that bad, to the point where, like she said, they were talking about the way to really get to it is to get to those families, get into the homes,
all of us.
And they said what safely and dignified or something.
Yeah, in a dignified manner. There's no such
in a dignified manner. How do you take somebody? Yeah, how do you into somebody's house and take them? You know what I'm saying? In a dignified, there ain't no dignified manner. You coming in my house and you gonna take my child? You gonna
That's
try
the
to
law.
Me,
they trying to make that a law.
That ain't no law.
But the thing is that with the numbers, they trying to use fear mongering. Not to say that there's no legitimacy, because we know people close to us, around us, that have died, or know people directly in our family, right?
Right.
So it's not to say there's not a legitimate thing going on that exists, but don't think that they won't use all of this as a measure and a means to implement something else. You feel me? Right. Because the coronavirus or COVID-19 has a patent on it that the U.S. owns. So I put up on my post today, like, who do we get to sue? Somebody owns this. If a dog attacks you and, cause bodily harm and you have to go to the hospital and stuff like that, you go after the owner. for negligence. So if you're in a wreck, you go after the owner. Well, if somebody owns this patent and somehow it got into society, whether it started in Wuhan or out here or wherever, then who is responsible?
The government.
And nobody's paying attention to that. There's an own patent on COVID-19.
You probably got to go for the government.
I think we do have to be aware that these are times where people look for like they call it Kaiser, like a powerful leader, and that's why you see Trump's numbers going up, approval numbers. If you look at Hungary right now, they pretty much gave whoever's the head of Hungary full power. Mm-hmm. Like he's like Emperor Palpatine if you watch Star Wars. Like they gave him full power. He could do anything he wants because it's a crisis. Because people during crisis are so scared, they want somebody strong to follow. So it's definitely something we have to be aware of, to be informed, be safe, but it's not about being afraid, because nobody gonna save us from this. Not Trump, at least for damn sure.
It's basically a new day, because there's no getting back to normal from this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we would have to really think about, like, okay, I don't really care about people who don't want to, like, when you say unite, black people unite, that'd be my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate other races or none of that, but for my black folk, like, yo, look, we've been behind the 8 ball for a long time. There's certain things, there's a shift going on that we need to be ahead of that curve. For sure, you know what I'm saying? Because as we getting killed off, yo, I'm sorry, I don't want to get too deep.
But hold on. We gonna come back. Bushwick Radio, NevaSayNeva.com. Bushwick Radio, Never Say Never. It is what it is. We still got guests in the building. What up, y'all?
Hey.
It's about that. It's really about that time for us to say, yo, look, food, clothing, shelter. We need this shit. We need, you know what I'm saying? We need to get our diets right. We need to get our capital up. We need to be producers of things. And there's nobody. We're the ones that's coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. Sorry for anybody out there who believe in Jesus and all of that stuff. I'm not waiting for chariots to come out the sky. It's not practical.
You was a church boy.
I was. And then I gained some sense. Like, I mean, look, I took a lot of lessons from it. There's some valid lessons in these things, but you can get that from anywhere. But ultimately, we can't be too slow on. Where's our doctors? Obviously there are doctors, but we're not grooming our young to be doctors and lawyers and scientists and things like that. For the most part, everybody want to be lit. You know what I'm saying?
I think, and I hope that the positive thing of being in a time of crisis where it's like, this is unprecedented. Like, a lot of people can't go to work. There's just so many people unemployed. So it's like, you got to think, well, what's your value? Like, what am I really worth to these organizations? This economy, which we're supposed to be the most powerful nation and so strong, out of nowhere, like the economy is like, crashes. It's nothing. There's a lot of companies got to be bailed out, this, that, and the third. So like Saki said, like you said, we got to take care of our health. We got to do all that, but also like our values. Like, what do we actually value? It's like there's some people needed oxygen ventilators. And prior to that, we're valuing stuff like Louis Vuitton bags, or or brand name sneakers or something like that are made in China as well, but that we buy with like a super markup. Are these things really valuable? And I hope people will come to their senses. And like you said, we produce our stuff. We could buy from each other. We don't have to buy from these big corporations. We could organize ourselves. This is what's really important. Like you said, Finsta, it's not about being lit. It's about being good, healthy, and alive and thriving as a people and as people. You know what I'm saying?
Can I piggyback off of you for a second when it comes to what we should value?
Yeah.
The example that you gave earlier about the barber who contracted COVID-19, still trying to maintain people's vanity, is a reflection of the mindset that we have, you know, the fact that people want to have their personal people come in and do their nails. That's a reflection of how superficial and surface we are, that in a time of crisis where your life is on the line, you having your lace front tacked down well enough for your nails done or your shit shaped up it is worth gambling your life. And a person trying to get out there and hustle. Now, I don't know his financial situation, so I'm not gonna really jump on that man about it, but the fact that there's a supply and demand, and the demand was there when you know what I'm saying, at a time
when you can't go nowhere, right. But that's the reflection of the mind that people have to elevate beyond, you know. And when it comes to food and dietary lifestyle, the whole crazy shit about it is this: there's a whole science behind having you addicted to sugar. Sugar is 10 times more addictive than cocaine. Fact.
That is
10 times. And also it is legal because you need it and it's around you. It's like liquor, addictive. People die when they withdraw from it. They have to have it in a hospital setting, in a medical setting, or else they can be killed from the withdrawal effects, right? But it's legal. Those are easy, accessible things. When it's there, it doesn't feel as taboo as taking a line of coke or shooting something in your arm. So with the lifestyle shit, people got to understand there are people that go to school to learn how to put colors together, how to dim a light, how much sugar and salt to have you consume and consume and consume and consume. So, you know, I'll say we all have food addictions, whether yours is as bad as somebody else's or not, we all deal with it. But you have a personal responsibility to yourself. Especially when you see something like this pop off and nobody really understands how vulnerable they are. Because we all in this room talking here may feel like we're in tip-top shape, damn near, right? Apart from having asthma. But you'll be surprised if you have an underlying issue that you don't know about. Because they said with COVID-19, what it does for a healthy person, a middle-aged man, especially who's dying off, they said it causes every other area in their body to overwork. Too hard. And what happens is that inflammation is what it causes other areas of your system to malfunction. And this is why people are having heart attacks, because the heart is pumping extra harder. Hypertension is shooting up in the person because there's an overcompensation. You have a lung infection every other place in your body because you're relatively healthy. If that make any sense. This is their explanation. When a man
that shit is rare.
Is relatively healthy, every other area of his body start to overcompensate and work too hard. And if you have a weak link, it causes a snap, a break in that thing, taking people out. And it's not even the lungs.
But like you said, it's funny, right?
Because that don't make 100% sense to me. But
I'll just give myself an example. When I shaved my head, a lot of people made fun, right? Not a lot, but some people did. And they were like, yo, why don't you get a shape up and stuff? And it's like, y'all really think I care about a shape up? Like, I'm just trying to if I could do it myself and just be cleaner than having like I didn't want to look like that. And it's like, but that's what people think, like, oh, you're not shaped right. Like my life doesn't rely on my shape ups, you know, how my hair look. Like NDI said, I am not my hair. I'm just trying to be comfortable while I'm here at the crib. I'm happy to be alive. Like you said, this guy chased a little $25. And he might have needed it. He dead now.
Right.
So it's like, damn, like is it really worth it? It's like our values are off. And y'all know this. It's like I remember if you try to eat healthy around certain people, they're gonna look at you weird. They're gonna be like, this dude
that rabbit food.
They used to make fun of me. They're like, Napoleon eats his vegetables, man. And I used to be like, it's cool. I mean, I don't take it personal, but it saddens me that that people really think that it's about. I don't eat to be cool. I eat to feel good, to be healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're supposed to live to be good, not to impress each other. We're so caught up in trying to impress each other at every level of this thing that we makes it so stupid sometimes.
And that's the whole reason why whenever people do start shifting or changing up their style or their lifestyle, they start to fall off from their old friend. That's a natural progression, because if you have people around you that seeks to sabotage your efforts, or y'all can't relate anymore on that level, and you move. You know, this is how that happens. It's not like even an intentional thing. You have people, you can't relate to them anymore because they want to wild out and do certain things, and you're more laid back. Like, you like to chill. You done did it, been there, done that. Now you like, I'm cool with my family. I'm cool with the house. You know, and it causes a little bit of a conflict where now your interest is just different. Now you're in different spaces, and then you start to gel with people that's on your way now.
Right, straight up.
And they still over there, wherever they at. You know, it's fine, no judgment, but it's just, that's how people start to separate. So I'd rather separate for reasons of growth, maturity, and it's to sustain my health, rather than staying around motherfuckers that want to do stuff that I'm just not into, or put me at a detriment, because I'm getting older. We all are. Got to care for ourselves a little differently.
Yo, we running out of time, so that's what I just got an alert from Zoom.
Yep, I see it too.
Yeah. So, yo, Push It Radio. Thank you guys. We're gonna come back with this again. So,
for sure.
NevaSayNeva.com. We out.
Never say never. Big up.
Yo.